What's going on, guys? It's Felicia here from Valuable Referral, and all I do on this channel is simply refer value to the entrepreneur to help them win. If you're new to this channel, welcome, and if you like and find value in what I'm about to share with you, hit that like, hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, and be in the know, on the know. Okay, we're talking about 10 of the highest paying jobs without the need for a degree, because let's face it, 2019 is going to be a whole bunch of college graduates that's just going to have high hopes after graduation, and which they should be, because we're living in a time that's just never been seen before. So they should have high hopes. But according to CNBC, 40% of those graduates within the United States are going to have jobs that has nothing to do with the degree that they have. And 1 out of 5 simply going to be struggling to find work. And that's sad, and I don't mean to get political here, but that's going to be one of the reasons that we might see another recession. And I'm not here to freak you out, but I'm here to solve a problem. So let's check out the video. 10 of the highest paying jobs that you can start without the need for a college degree. Check this out. Number 10, computer technician. And this might sound for some of you guys like, I don't really know, but listen, the computer technician, the salary for this, depending on the state you're in, it ranges between $40,000 to $65,000, if not more, depending on your value, your skill set. The most you're doing is actually, installing hardware to the computer, rebooting it. A lot of us, computers get frozen sometimes, and we need the technician to actually fix it. And sometimes a lot of things happen. Viruses can happen because of the amount of data we take in. Installing memory, just a lot of things. And who doesn't need computers nowadays? Who doesn't need computers? Like, it's just a high demand. And if you actually are a person who stays in high demand and is always there to solve a problem, you can get paid. The best part about this job, you don't necessarily have to be in the office just waiting for something to go wrong. They can actually call you remotely to come in, and you really can have 6 or 7 sites that you actually are accountable for, and you just come there when something is wrong. So a computer technician is number 10. Number 9, home inspectors. Now, there's certain things, even though we're in the age of technology and we're in the age of information, there's some things that will never change. Having a home or living in a home is something that will never go away, regardless of how big technology gets. You always need food, clothes, and shelter. With that being said, a home inspector is something that will never ever go out of business, never go out of demand. So what that is, you take a course on how to inspect houses, and you just go house to house, and that can range depending on your experience as well as what you personally charge and what you can bring to the marketplace as far as how thorough the inspection can be. You can get paid per house between 4 on the low side to maybe about 6, depending on how big the property is. And if you actually work alongside a real estate agent, or let's say a real estate company, the salary is phenomenal. You get paid per house, so you can literally clear $1,500 to maybe even $2,500 a week now, and your time is your time. You can take on as much houses to inspect, and I'm not talking about being sleazy, guys. I'm talking about do a thorough inspection, and you actually look and you're seeing what's wrong with the house to give a good appraised value on what the homeowner or the real estate agent can actually sell this house for if it requires a certain amount of work. You are in control of your freedom, and it's a great way, because all you have to do is probably, I don't even believe you need to even have a driver's license. You just need to get to the property or get to the properties that you want to inspect. Now, having a car is actually very convenient because you can get to the properties faster, but your time is your time, and that's what this channel was about. Having your time and being available and also in demand to solve a problem. So number 9, home inspector. Number 8, chef. Preferably hotel chef. Now, a hotel chef, depending on the school, culinary school, and the skills that you have, personally, because sometimes a lot of cuisines that somebody can already come in knowing how to cook a certain cuisine, and just going to the culinary school just enhances that. So it really depends on the skill set of the individual. But a hotel chef can really get paid between $50,000 on the low end to over $150,000, especially if you're the head hotel chef, because you're accountable for all the, the sous chefs or the chefs underneath you, and making sure the cuisine comes out accurate and correct. Now, this is a passion job, meaning that you do work, you do put in the hours in, but you absolutely love what you do. And that's the definition of freedom. Having something or doing something you absolutely love to do. So a hotel chef, or just simply a chef in general, which is high on demand, because there are people who are going to restaurants that look like hole in the walls, but they stay packed, they stay busy because of the food. And if you love what you do, it comes out in the taste. I love food, and who doesn't, in a sense, like, come on now. But if you love what you do and you put that love into what it is you do, people will know it, people will trust it, and they will love it too, and you will always be in demand. So number 8, hotel chef. Number 7, a radiation therapist. Now, I know that sounds like a handful, but you really do not need a degree. The most you will need is probably a 2-year degree, but it all depends on the state that you live in, because a lot of radiation specialists only requires a certificate. This is also, I believe, a passion job. Here's why. Because you are actually, caring for the people who are sick. I think that any type of hospitality job should be a job that is loved, regardless if the people come in there may give you a hard time because they're going through a sickness, or whatever it is that they're going through, and they just need that compassion and that love there. So you're dealing with people who have cancer, and the jobs are really really clear as far as what it is you need to do. The training is there as far as outside training, and really all you need is a certificate. And I believe the pay range is between 45 to about 65,000, and that also depends on the state, guys. So this is another passion job that I believe should be in the hands of people who know what they're doing, and who also cares about the people who are coming in fighting a deadly disease. So number 7, a radiation therapist. Number 6, where's my camera at? Yes, number 6. It's going to be a virtual assistant. Now, I know a lot of you guys are like, okay, I heard that before. But I really don't know exactly what that is. What a virtual assistant is someone who does tasks for other people. So let's say sites like Fiverr, Freelancer, Upwork, these are sites that hire freelancers, because these are probably solo entrepreneurs or just people in small businesses that don't have the necessary time to do certain things, and they outsource to people who can do it accurately, professionally, and on time. So this is another job where you actually have your own time, and you just do it within the comfort of your home. Now, I have to say this. You should be a person that actually like to do certain things. Let's say if you are a virtual assistant and your skill set is in writing, ebooks, newsletters, then that should be your skill of virtual assistants. Because let's face it, writing is a daunting task. Even though some people, I like to read more than I like to write, in a sense, because it can be daunting and there's a lot of distractions. But if you have that passion behind what it is you do, more power to you, and you will actually get paid. Building your clientele, which could be on Facebook Marketplace. It can even be on sites like Craigslist. Hey guys, I know Craigslist is like an ancient website, but guess what? Craigslist still works. I know a lady who actually made $1 million just on the simple fact of her building her clientele off of Craigslist alone. So don't just think that Facebook, because it's one of the newest social media sites, that's just the way you can go. You can promote yourself really on anything. Instagram. It's just really depend on your dedication and how well you can actually put yourself out there in the marketplace. LinkedIn is another big one. To actually learn it, because that's where a lot of people fail at. They get on these social media sites based on what somebody told them they can do, and which is true. You can put yourself out there, but you really have to know the social media platform. You have to know exactly how to put yourself out there. And Craigslist is one of the easiest, I would have to say, when it comes to building clientele. Facebook Marketplace is also a great one. You can make a video expressing what it is that you do as a virtual assistant to build that clientele, and you can make a lot of lucrative money. And there's really no range to it. I don't even want to give a salary for it, but there's really no range to it, and that's how a lot of people actually become millionaires, just running errands for people who just don't want to do it. Guys, we're in the service business. We're in the business of let me serve you and do it accurately, because I know if I do it accurately, you're going to look for me again. There's no doubt about it. Like, if you don't like writing and I write you a great book with good stories and good hooks and good headlines, you're going to look for me again, because that book is going to sell. If I can make you money, I can make me money. And that's what we're in, guys. The service injury. So it's not injury. Service industry. And that's number 6. Virtual assistant. Number 5. Pet sitters. Guys, don't discount pet sitters. I find it funny because a lot of things that, you know, we think that pays a whole lot, we got to do a whole lot of complicated things. Like I said before, with the virtual assistant, and even before that, I said it so many times, you have to take this seriously. We're in the industry of service, and the better you can provide service, the more accurate, the more professional, the more on time you can provide service, guys, they will look for you. If you can help somebody either make money or alleviate their life, they will find you. They will keep coming back. Please, guys, take that, write that down if you have to. Pet sitters. Guys, there's so many people who don't have their own time, and they might be committed to their corporate job or whatever it is that they do, and they also love their pets. A lot of them have to travel, and they worry about their pets. You know, some pets are young, or, you know, have puppies and kittens and whatever it is, but people will pay pet sitters, especially if you love and know pets, where you can identify and see that something might be off with a pet because they look like they're sick, and you can be professional and just talk to the owner, and you have people skills, because people buy people. Let's face it, guys, you heard that before. But a pet sitter should be also a passion position. Should be a job where you actually love what it is you do. That's why money shouldn't be the motivator, because guess what? You might love money and hate pets, and then you sit on a pet as far as just watching them for a week or so while the owner is somewhere in Tahiti or doing a job conference or whatever it is, and then let's say you give the pet any kind of food. You know, you don't know if they're sick or not. You really don't care because you're doing it for the money. And that pet owner comes back, pays you, but then a week or two later, or maybe a few days later, that pet dies or something, you know, happens, and they want to know, okay, what did you do between the time I was gone? What did you give this dog or cat or whatever? Because my pet is no longer with me now. And then you go to a whole legality of court cases, and it wasn't worth it in the first place. But if you love pets and you genuinely care for them, and you're taking them out for walks, you know, you're picking up behind them, you're making sure they're properly groomed, that pet sitter will look for you, because that pet also would know that you love them too, and they will actually just simply grab onto you, because let's face it, pets have personalities as well, and they know who to love. And yes, I know some pets could be temperamental, and they can have, you know, be moody or whatever the case is, depending on the age and maybe the sickness, but a pet can feel the love. And with a pet sitter, you can actually, you're actually on your own time. You know, there is no range of how much you can get paid. You can pay pet sitter, you can get paid per hour, or you can say this is a salary based thing. It all depends on you. But a pet sitter is number 5, and that's something that you should really take seriously if you love pets. You can put yourself out there, Facebook Marketplace, on Craigslist. You can name the criteria of what it is you do, what kind of pets that you possibly own, you know, personally, so people can know that you also own pets. You know, if you have grooming experience, all of that plays a part in your profile, and getting on these social media sites and putting yourself and being available for people will make you quite a bit of money. So that's number 5, pet sitters. Number 4, freelance writers. I said it before, the virtual assistants, guys. Freelance writers is some people, I mean, just simply a job that just writes. That's all you do. Whether it's blogging, whether it's newsletters, whether it's writing a column in a sports column or something like that. And I have great, in the link below, I'm going to put down some links that actually shows you who pays writers, that you guys can just go out and just start getting money, getting paid today to write articles, to write whatever it is that your clientele might need. And like I said, the links that I send I'll put in the description below, they're looking for writers who they based on skill set, and also based on their commitment to the time they can complete the job. Because like I said, guys, money shouldn't be the motivator. Love should be. And once you actually love what you do, money will follow. Money now becomes easy. So, you know, people say, oh, I'm chasing money. You don't have to chase money. You have to love what you do, and then the money will chase you. So freelance writers, you work remotely, Just sit down in your PJs with a cup of Joe, a beer if you have to. Me, I love wine. I'm a big wine person, so I can just sit back and just do it on my own time, professionally, accurately, if I want to, and just be on my own time. Maybe watch Game of Thrones. I don't know. Freelance writer. Number 4. Number 3, sales representative. And I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, I do not want to sit there and talk to a whole bunch of people with nasty attitudes. Guess what? This is also a passion job. And I know you're thinking, like, who can be passionate about sales? People who love sales. You know what I mean? Like, I can't explain it. It's just weird. You know what I mean? Like, some people love art and some people hate art. And some people who love art can sit there and do art all day. It's a craft. It's a passion job. Sales representatives are very, very hard to find, at least good ones. You know, people who don't take things personally, people who kind of have tough skin but also keep ticking and keep going. Not in the sense of harassing, but in the sense of knowing how to quell a bad vibe, a bad personality. So some people just don't want to talk, not necessarily knowing that some people need the sales and they need to make certain business connections, but some people really don't want to talk to people because they're looking at it from a money standpoint. But if you're a good talker in the sense of providing, knowing that you can provide a great service and you can do it in a way where people can understand where you're coming from and actually know how to build a relationship, because that's what a lot of sales representatives miss. Some people get on the phone and they'll call you and you get a bad experience and they just hang up and they'll call the next person. They don't know that consistency of calling back, and not in the sense of harassment, but in the sense of trying to actually talk in a different way. Like, if I come at you one way and you reject me, okay, I'm going to sit there and analyze how I can come at you another way. Not in the sense of stalking a person, but in the sense of knowing that that person needs your help and you're trying to reach out as much as you can. And also knowing when to back off. Let me put that out there, because some people don't know when to back off. But a sales representative in a lot of companies are very, very highly needed. That also can just bring about a positive attitude. Not a salesy, sleazy person. I'm talking about somebody who can actually bring about some serious positive energy and walk in there every day as if it was their first time and they're introducing themselves to it like a brand new person. So sales representative is really, really needed, and then if you get skilled at it, you can be a millionaire. I kid you not. You know, some of the best salesmen are in real estate, you know, and some of them are in high esteemed jobs. They travel remotely and they're killing they're crushing contracts like for $2-3 million because they know how to communicate, they know how to build relationships, and that's what's needed as a sales representative. And then of course there's training, there's online training, there's on the job training, but you can make it happen, and this is also a passion job. Number 2, truck drivers. Guys, today in the world of Amazon and online, truck drivers and the position itself are in demand severely, because a lot of truck drivers, you know, let's face it, a lot of them have been driving on the road for 20-30 years, and it's really their time to actually kick back and lay back and kind of get off the road. So there's been tons of news reports and even in newspapers what people need. They're looking for, businesses all over the country are looking for truck drivers. Now, it is very time consuming. You do work long hours because you're traveling all over the world. Depending on your license. Now, Class A is more, you get paid more money because you're actually driving the bigger trucks, the tractors, the double tractors, whatever I guess when you call it. I don't really know the actual different type of vehicles, but the bigger the vehicle, and I guess also the more chemical-based vehicles get paid the most money, like the hazmat people who travel the road with chemicals. They have to be very, very careful, but all you have to do is actually get trained in it, pay for the training, and you just take on the road. Guys, depending on your availability, especially for single people, you can make between $50,000 a year. It's on the low end. It's about 100 or more thousand, and you get paid weekly. So truck drivers, especially with Class A license, can definitely clear a good $1,500 a week. So it all depends on your availability, your obligations at home. If you guys have big families, you know, this might necessarily be for you. But we're in the age where people order stuff online. You know, there's only the old-fashioned people, in the sense, that goes out to the store who actually like try stuff on, like me, because that's the environment I came from. But I do order stuff online. So this is for people who actually want to take shipment and drive it across town to deliver it to the warehouse, and then it gets distributed to like a UPS or a private contractor business, or FedEx, and that's how you get paid. So if you love to drive, like I said, plays the whole entire factor, and you don't mind being on the road for quite a bit of time, you don't have to work every day. You can work 4 days out the week and actually get paid over $1,000. Come home, take home. You know what I mean? So that's some serious money, guys. And truck drivers is number 2. And for number 1, before I actually get into number 1, I actually want you to leave a comment on what you feel number 1 should be. Leave a comment below, and if you guys are the first ones to comment, I will shout you out in my next video. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for actually paying attention and actually sticking with me for this long. But number 1, I have to admit, one of the easiest, but at the same time is a very passionate job, is law enforcement. And I say that because there's certain law enforcement, depending on your state, that do require a degree. Most of them don't. Detective, criminal investigators, they don't require a degree. I know in my state, in New York, correction officers, you don't have to have a degree. At least in the state of New York, you don't have to have a degree. And this is a place where you want to make a difference. And it's not so much that you want to make a difference, but if you just want to do something easy. What I mean when I say that, I meaning if you want to do something that doesn't require a lot out of you, a lot out of your physical strength, then being law enforcement is just something that you just want to do as far as serving the people, because really it is about the people. Whether you're in prison or whether you're out on the street, it's really about the people. So it's a very, very customer service based job, and mostly all jobs that pay is customer service based, and you really have to love what you do, and you have to make those tough decisions, those tough choices. But depending on the state you live in, you can make between $65,000 base to about $125,000, depending on your background, depending on how much experience you have, or the years you have also in service. And also the overtime is just always there, because these are one of the jobs that never shuts down. So that's the 10 jobs, guys, that you can get paid without a college degree, that you can start, get trained on. Some of the training is not really that deep, it's not even that long. Some of it is probably about a week with maybe a little mini test, and you can start getting paid just about immediately. If you found value in what I just said, hit that like, hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, and be in the know and on the know. Here's why I do these videos. There's only one reason: because you're worth it. See you guys in the next video.